What is up, everybody? This is Thanatoast, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you this video, obviously. It's a video that I did while streaming Smite, actually last night. That would be August 1st. Probably really early in the night. I actually forget what time it was, but this is more of is a cautionary tale, almost, of why you should never give up early. For those of you that don't know, Smite is a MOBA that's available on the Xbox One and the PC, and I believe it might also be available on the PlayStation 4. I'm not sure, but this video, I'm playing it on the Xbox One. Now, the mode that I'm playing it on is called Joust, which is a single lane mode with a jungle and one tower, or two towers technically. One tower, one phoenix, which is a regenerating tower, and the goal enemy, the Titan. Now, and you have 3 players on each team. Our team consists of a guardian, myself, a hunter, and a mage. Now you can pick any combination of the 5 classes and any combination of the gods that you want to pick. But I believe we kind of have a pretty well-rounded, if ranged, team. Now, again, like I said, this is a cautionary tale on why you should never give up early. Because, as you can see, as you watch this video, you'll be able to see how far we were able to push. In the beginning, we were able to push the enemy team to almost immediately lose their first tower. And about 20 minutes in is whenever things start to go wrong. 20 minutes into the unsped up footage, that is. Obviously, I've sped up the footage because this was like a 45-minute long match. Normally, Joust matches don't take this long, but we were fighting a pretty good team, and I don't know about my team. I'm just going to say that I'm a noogie. I'm a newbie. And that means, I've not played this game for a long time. I started it back in, I want to say June. It might have been earlier than that, though. As you can see, we almost immediately start getting that tower down. We already get it down to a quarter of the way, and that was like 7 minutes into the match. I don't know, I can't tell from the preview. But, yeah, honestly, we pushed them really, really hard at the beginning. And I put up, you'll notice on the sides of the screen that I put up Phoenixes destroyed and deicides. These are going to be important later because holy shit do these start racking up. Mostly against us. I think we get deicided like twice and our Phoenix gets destroyed 4 or 5 times. And obviously, I'm telling you about the outcome of this. I'm saying it's a cautionary tale on why you should never give up early. Obviously, this means we won at the end of the match, but it's no fun just telling you at the end of the match, telling you right off the bat, hey, we won. Watch how everything unfolds. It starts off mostly one-sided on our side. We start, ramping up the kills against them, and we almost immediately destroy their first tower. I think we destroyed their first tower 7 to 10 minutes in, actually. And then they put up an extremely good fight against us. Yeah, here we go. Here comes the tower. Nope. Okay, maybe it's not this time. But we do eventually destroy their first tower relatively soon. And I know I sound like a total douchebag saying that. Oh, we totally kicked their ass at the beginning, and that's not what I'm implying. Okay, I'm implying that we did a very good job pushing these guys right off the bat. To say otherwise, just not true. But yeah, I think it's about 20 minutes in where where our hunter starts wanting us to surrender. Our hunter wants us to surrender, and honestly, I have no idea why. He might have been he was probably saying, "Oh, we keep getting getting ourselves pushed back, and they've destroyed our tower, and we're about to get killed. Let's just give up anyways." Honestly, I hate that kind of attitude. because, you know, as this video shows, that's not always going to be the case. And, you know, we keep pushing back and forth here. After we damage their tower a lot, they start pushing back. You know, I'm just trying to fill in these next couple of minutes. Okay. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm watching the footage right now again, and I could have easily just ran right up and destroyed their tower a lot earlier. But yeah, the thing to remember about Smite is team balance. I feel like we had a somewhat balanced team. Like I said, it was, you know, it was a little bit it's a little bit ranged. Because we have a hunter who is, you know, a ranged melee fighter. Or a ranged melee, a ranged physical fighter. You know, focuses on dealing physical damage with ranged attacks, obviously. And then we have a mage who is focused on dealing ranged magical based attacks. You know, we don't really have a melee fighter. Well, we have one melee fighter, and that's me. That's the Guardian. And I'm not even a melee fighter. I am a Guardian. And my job here is to try to keep my teammates alive and harass the enemy team with, like, interrupts and stuff like that. And you'll be able to see that, you know, anybody that's played Smite kind of knows what Khepri does. He just, you know, he locks one person out half the time. So you'll see several times that I'm doing a charge attack, and that grabs the enemy and just holds them there, and that silences them. What that means is that they can't use any of their items, I think. I'm pretty sure it means they can't use any of their items, but it definitely means that they can't use any of their abilities, which means any kind of escaping abilities, or healing abilities, or damaging abilities. And you can see these abilities are down here in the bottom right-hand corner. And down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can obviously see that I'm playing on the Xbox One. But yeah, it's about 8 minutes in, 10 minutes in, where it starts getting really, really slow, because we just keep pushing back and forth, but not really dealing any damage to each other. It's just the whole, you know, booping people. And there you can see there, one of Khepri's abilities is that he can save enemies from death if he is able to target them in time. Or save allies from death if he targets them in time. And then whenever they would die, they instead get transported back to Khepri's position with a set small amount of health, which is great. Oh, there we go. Here's destroying the tower. Oh yeah. See, now we've destroyed their tower. That's about I want to say 10 minutes into the match. I can't really tell from the clock. Here, I'll probably zoom in. I'm going to zoom in and show you what the time is, because that's kind of important, just to show how long this match went on. And, you know, like I said, I'm not an expert at Smite. I've only got a rank 5 on, you know, I'm mastery rank 5 on Khepri. That's it. Most of the other gods I have either rank 1, or I just haven't played because I haven't unlocked them, or in some cases bought them. Let's see. Yeah, so the kill count here at this point is 10. Well, it looks like 10. Could be 18. I can't. No, it's 10 to 12. So they have killed us more than we have killed them, but we've destroyed their tower. And here we go. They're starting to push back, starting to kick our asses a little bit. So far, they have not destroyed any of our towers, and they have not gotten any deicides on us, which is a good thing. Deicide means that an entire team has been wiped out, all at once. So, and so I've told you, and we have a count of the number of times that we've been deicided, and a number of times our Phoenix has been destroyed versus theirs, which, you know, is not a good sign when you have to have a counter of how many times your team has been wiped out. And I'm not saying this to rag on my team or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, we got hit hard several times, but we always bounce back. But it's around, I think it's around the 20-minute mark where our hunter, I think it's pronounced Shabalanque, or Shabalanque. Shabalanke, I don't know. X, Hunter X. I'll just call him Hunter X because he's a hunter class and he has the X in his name, and I know it's super fucking white to say. I'm just gonna call him Hunter X or something stupid like that. But yeah, and here I was like, what the hell killed me? And I'm looking at you can look at how you got killed while you're waiting to respawn, so that's an important thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna call him Hunter X because I can't pronounce his name right. I can't pronounce his name properly, and I feel like if I mispronounce it, it's even more insulting. You know, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, there we go. Our first tower finally got destroyed. Sorry, I don't mean finally, but our first tower got destroyed. This is the point where it starts turning against us. Also, I'm just going to go into a little bit more detail on the role that I play as the Guardian. You know, interrupting enemies, helping my teammates. And a Guardian's job, from what I've seen, is not to get kills. Almost all of the other classes, they're focused on, you know, crowd control, being able to get kills, killing the enemy harder than you get killed, etc., etc. Dealing damage, basically. Guardians are your tanks, and you want to be able to, you know, absorb as much damage as possible. Sorry, I've never actually recorded this long. Yeah, here we start getting you know, wailing on the Phoenix. But Guardians are focused on absorbing damage and preventing damage to allies, or in some cases reviving them. You can see here that our mages actually did a decent job at trying to escape the assassin. Assassins are good at picking off weaker characters and killing off jungle characters. So I mentioned at the beginning that this was a mode where there's one lane and one jungle. You see the route that I mostly take, where I go around the right side of the map. That is the lane. And the lanes are identified by the minions and the towers. Minions, towers, and phoenixes. And I said, and you know, that's where most characters are going to be, is in the lanes. Now, jungles are the areas outside of the lanes, where you have neutral mobs, which can drop bonuses if you kill them. And this is mostly where the assassin comes in. The assassin is good at taking down these mobs and stuff like that. Taking down the mobs, and whenever you kill the mobs, you can get bonuses and buffs. And the assassin job is to kill off... Oh, there's a deicide. See, look. One deicide. So we have been entirely decided, and then our Phoenix gets destroyed. Normally, this would be a GG no re moment, where, you know, everybody would just give up. But then I respawn, and they're wailing on our Titan, but I managed to drive them off. Drive them off in time for the rest of my team to respawn so that we can kill them. Or at least drive them away. Now, our Titan is about down to, you know, 60% health, give or take. Titans and Phoenixes can regain health. So you constantly want to be pushing on that, and in order to, you know, prevent them from just healing all the way back up. Oh, there we go. There's another deicide. So 2 deicides within the span of, I think, 2 minutes. And then now they're going back and attacking our Phoenix, or not our Phoenix. They were attacking our Titan. Their enemy Thor comes back and tries to attack, and I help shut them down. Like I showed, I was able to grab the Thor with my one ability, or my X ability, and stun them and lock them into place, which made it easier for our Hunter and Mage and our Titan to beat the ever-loving shit out of him. So our Phoenix has been destroyed, I believe, 1 or 2 times. Obviously, the counter is going to show how many times it is, because I'm going to go back and edit this properly. And we have been deicided twice. Our Mage is surprisingly well at not getting him or herself killed. Which is, I said surprisingly, because mages are one of the squishiest classes. I think they are the squishiest class in the game. So to have our mage survive this many times is pretty fantastic. So the kill count is 21 to 29 with their favor. And okay, so we got the Bullhorn Demon kill, which I believe gives our entire team a bonus for X number of minutes. Not sure, but see, well, this is where my noobishness is showing up. I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure it gives our entire team a bonus, which is kind of like what the Fire Giant bonus does, which is like I think it's increased attack and speed for 5 minutes, or 5 minutes or until you're killed, which is a long time if you're a good player. There we go. Look, their Phoenix got destroyed. Their Phoenix managed to get reborn. I believe. No, wait. No, the Phoenix is not reborn yet. So I think we've destroyed their Phoenix twice. Like I said, I'll go back and there'll be a really obvious counter up in the top of how many times our Phoenix and their Phoenix have been destroyed. I don't think we have deacided them at all in this game. Or maybe we did deicide them at the end, and you know, they couldn't come back from that. But I think, from what I know, since this is Joust, and you know, it's a very small map with very few players, matches like this shouldn't be going on this long, which is a sign of one of two things. One, both teams are extremely well synchronized and both teams are very strong and very synchronized. Or two, both teams have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I like to think the former because our mage is doing very well, and I personally feel like I'm doing well for a guardian. I think I've got if you look at the top middle corner, yeah, a middle corner in a four corner block. What am I doing? The top center. If you look at the top center just below the time, you'll see 3 numbers. The first number is the number of kills that I have gotten, which, number of player kills I've gotten. The second one is number of deaths I have had. And the third one is the number of assists on enemy players that I have gotten. And Guardian, like I said before, does not deal a lot of damage on his own. His or her own. Because there are some female Guardians. But, does not deal a lot of damage on their own. But they're very good with working with, duo laners, solo laners, and assassins. They're good at working with those people. Oh, here we go. Get another. Nope, never mind. I'm cowering out. I was gonna say we get another Phoenix kill here, but we just kind of ran away. Oh, and that is probably my most hated but favorite play in this game is whenever they're I believe it's pronounced Xingtian. I could be completely butchering that name, but that's what they picked as their guardian. But you see, his ultimate ability is he spins around a lot, and he can pick up any enemy players in that area and throw them. And so he picked me up and threw me back into the Phoenix to get shot at. And I gotta say, if by some miracle you're watching this, dude, good play. That was incredible. I fucking loved that. I also fucking hated it. I almost threw my controller. But yeah, that was a really good one. Oh, look at that. We destroyed their Phoenix is destroyed again. And now we are going... I would have said we are going in for the kill, but they managed to respawn in time. Here I am trying to save my teammates. Keyword trying. Failing. Because that is a very mobile guardian that they have. Because a lot of my abilities are, if they're on the ground, they get hit. But he's got a lot of abilities that let him jump around. You'll see that icon up in the middle where I was saying just you know, it's just below where the kill count, assist count is at. You'll see an icon appear, which is, you know, most of the time in my case it's going to be assist. Because as a guardian, you don't get a lot of player kills unless you have a very specific build and you are intending on going outside of your role. Which, I mean, fine. If you want to go outside your role, whatever. You're just kind of being a dick to the rest of your team. So yeah, I think we got deicide. We got deicide twice, and then yeah. So our guy, like I said before, this is a cautionary tale on why you shouldn't give up. Oh, there goes our Phoenix again. On why you shouldn't give up early, because you know, our guy, our hunter, just, it was about 20 minutes into the match that he starts putting up the surrender vote. You know, we were kind of getting our asses handed to us. We weren't pushing back. We weren't pushing very far. They managed to destroy one of our towers, and I think they destroyed our Phoenix once or twice. And you know, he's trying to give up. He's saying, you know, he's putting into the chat, please, please give up and all of that. Please surrender. And I know it's him because he's the one because you know, he's saying please. So it's obvious that he's initiating the surrender vote. And so the mage and I are just saying, you know, no, fuck that. We're not giving up. We're not giving up. We're not surrendering. You know, maybe this is some kind of a pro strat, because the guy did manage to have, like, you know, that fancy outline in the beginning where he had, like, you know, guns shooting or whatever. But you know, maybe he also, I like to think that he had something else that he had to do. He didn't intend for the match to go on this long, which is why he picked Joust. Like, I don't think Joust matches are supposed to go on this long. So yeah, again, he might have had something that he had to do, and he didn't intend it for it to go on this long. So he sees we're getting beaten up, and he's like, okay, please surrender. May as well just get it over with now. Rip the band-aid off now. You'll have to forgive my sniffling. I think I have a cold or something. Yeah, our Titan keeps getting attacked. Our Titan keeps getting attacked. Our Phoenix keeps getting destroyed. Boom! It gets destroyed right here again. He's like, please surrender, please surrender. And we're like, no, that's boring. We're not gonna surrender. I believe you get more, like, you know, worshippers and followers and whatnot, which is the game's version of experience and in-game currency is called favor. I believe you get more favor and more followers if you finish a game as opposed to surrendering the game or leaving the game early. Oh, you know, another reason we probably won. I'm just thinking another reason we might have won is, you know, their enemy team, one of their players left the game. You know, this might have turned out way differently. Okay, they left the game about, you know, I had to go back and, you know, I'm watching this as I'm recording it, and I have it sped up, so I had to, you know, rewind a little bit. But it looks like the enemy, which was their Thor player, left the game early, 6 minutes before the end, which might have actually turned the tide in our favor. But still, this is one of our points, to not give up early. They might have won. They might have completely won this game if that guy had stayed in. Who knows? I'm not gonna say that that's the reason why they lost. That's what I look for. You know, look, their Phoenix is back up again. Boom, we take it back out. And then here we are, like, and then now we're starting to wail on the Titan. Titan's health is going down really fast. That might be because they have less players, and it's just not fair for the enemy team. I actually don't know. I don't know the full in-depth mechanics of Smite. But, like I said, this is why you don't give up early, folks. There's always a chance to turn this around. Maybe, like, you even noticed that in the middle of, around the middle of the match, we got the Bullhorn Demon kill, which, you know, is supposed to give us increased speed and attack. And we still got pushed back. That might have been because they were a better player, but, you know, they left early, and that made it easier for us to win. I'm not going to say it didn't make it easier for us, because, you know, it's 2-1. It always makes it easier. It's always a little bit easier. You can still come back from it. I have been in matches where a player has left the game on our team, and it was on Arena or Conquest or something like that, and we still won. We still won 4-5. So, you know, plan your day accordingly. Plan your day accordingly. Just because things are starting to look bad doesn't mean that you need to immediately surrender. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. This is Thanatoast signing out.